What happened when my high school tried to sabotage my future? Only for Harvard to expose them on national TV, I was valedictorian, straight A's since freshman year, captain of the debate team, AP classes, 2 science fair trophies, and a perfect SAT score. Harvard was my dream, and I'd worked for it every single day of high school. But not everyone was happy about that. Specifically, Mrs. Carmichael, my AP English teacher. She'd always had this weird rivalry thing with high-achieving girls. Every time I aced a test, she'd raise an eyebrow and mutter, "Must be nice to have time for all that." When I won our state essay contest, she never congratulated me, just said, "Don't get cocky. Harvard rejects people like you all the time." Still, I tried to be respectful. I'd say good morning, turn in my assignments early, and help classmates during office hours. But things escalated when I submitted my final project, an analytical breakdown of Toni Morrison's Beloved, tying themes of generational trauma to modern-day immigrant families. I poured weeks into it. She gave me a 0, not a 70, not even a 50, a big red 0 with the words plagiarized. I was in shock. I'd cited everything properly, even included a bibliography. I asked her what she meant. She said, "There's no way a student your age wrote this." She accused me of using AI or worse, buying the paper. I begged her to reconsider, to at least run it through plagiarism software. She refused, said her professional instinct was enough. That 0 tanked my GPA overnight. I dropped from NUR 1 in class to NUM 5. I wouldn't be valedictorian. My early decision application to Harvard, now in jeopardy. The school counselor shrugged. The principal said they don't interfere in grading. I couldn't sleep. I cried every night, but I didn't give up. I emailed Harvard directly. I attached my full paper, all the research notes, early drafts, citations, even my original handwriting. I explained what happened. I didn't expect a reply, but I got one. A week later, I got a call from Harvard admissions. They asked if I could attend a Zoom meeting. On the call were 2 Harvard professors, one of whom specialized in African American literature. They told me, "This is exceptional work. We want to verify something." And they quizzed me live on Toni Morrison, on my interpretations, on my citations. I answered every question from memory. When we were done, the professor smiled and said, "We believe you." 2 days later, the principal called me to his office. Sitting there were Mrs. Carmichael, the vice principal, and a local news crew. Apparently, someone at Harvard had leaked the story to a reporter. Harvard had written a letter not just to the school, but to the entire school district, calling the accusation a deeply concerning case of academic bias and suggesting that the teacher's conduct be investigated. Mrs. Carmichael sat stone-faced as the reporter asked, "Do you think you unfairly targeted your student?" She stammered something about maintaining academic integrity. The video went viral. I got messages from students around the country sharing similar experiences. Support poured in. Harvard not only reinstated my application, they granted me a full scholarship. Mrs. Carmichael suspended pending review. Last I heard, she resigned quietly before the investigation concluded. At graduation, I walked the stage as valedictorian after all. They reversed the grade, gave me the A I'd earned. But the best part? During my speech, I said, "To any student who's ever been told their best work is too good, don't shrink. Make it so undeniable they have to choke on their doubt." The crowd stood up and clapped. Even some teachers wiped away tears. And that night, when I opened my Harvard acceptance letter, I realized something. They tried to silence my voice, but I used it to rewrite the ending.